Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. The award-winning Irish Rep has brought back their holiday tradition, James Joyce's The Dead, 1904, to the American Irish Historical Society, where I caught up with two of the show's stars, Kate Baldwin and Christopher Innvar. Okay, how exciting is this to be working on this beautiful new production of James Joyce's The Dead, 1904?
That's right. Richie, I read this story when I was a senior in high school. I had a fabulous English teacher at my public school in Shorewood, Wisconsin, and she gave us the Dubliners to read, and The Dead is the very last in that compilation of short stories. So I have loved this particular story my entire adult life. So I was thrilled to be invited to be part of this production.
Yeah. Chris, did you know it before?
Yeah, I read the Dubliners in high school, and I'd seen that musical version at Playwrights Horizons, and I'd seen many things at Irish Rep, so I was thrilled to come on board here.
Okay, so what was like that first read through like? Because some people have done this show before. You have these incredible Irish actors who've been a part of the Rep forever. What was it like?
Well, it was a little intimidating, but just because I guess there were 4 of us in the cast who are American.
Seven Irish people.
American people who have flawless dialects, of course. And so then we are trying to make sense of things and struggling through, our dialects too.
Completely generous, great group of people, though, and very, very supportive of us. Us American, Irish Americans. We have Irish in us.
Yeah, but not we're
just not
national. We don't have the nationality, or I don't have a passport.
So this is an immersive production. So had either of you done immersive theater before?
I'm trying to think. Does a cruise ship count?
Yes, I think so, right?
I have not. I've not done a cruise ship, and I've not done immersive theater.
No.
But it's fun. It's the audience is willing to let us, push by them, and they're part of the event, so it's fun.
It is, yeah. It's unlike any other immersive experience you'll have. Like it's up to the patron really how much they want to interact with people or not. There's no obligation there, and there's no obligation with us either, except when someone's in your way and you're trying to get by. And there are people who sit at the dinner table because there's a dining room scene. The second scene in the show is about having a big feast, and so there are 4 people who get to sit at the table with us. And so far so good. Everyone's been really engaging and lovely.
It must be great. I love immersive theater, and I can't wait to come and see this production here. But it's got to be so great, though, because you probably feel like you're living in that time period, and people are watching you like act in between different rooms and things, right?
Well,
you get
it
to
also
move.
kind of feels like a film in a way, because it is a 360 experience, right?
Yeah. That's I'd agree with that.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your director, Kieran O'Reilly. I mean, first of all, he's one of the co-founders of the Irish Rep. And what makes him such a wonderful director? Everybody who I've spoken to over the years, the Mary Beth Peels and everybody else, love working with Kieran. What is it?
I would say it is his deep knowledge of the piece, first of all, and then his gentle, he's such a gentle guide. He sort of nudges you towards where he would like you to go, but really gave us a lot of freedom and leeway to really find the piece. And I haven't had this much time to work on a play in a long time. I think I've been going from job to job to job, and it all goes very, very quickly, but I think Kieran put in a wonderful length of time for us to actually really explore it and ask questions and get down to it.
Yeah, and he's really generous. This generosity of spirit in rehearsal, where he lets you do whatever, you figure it out on your own. But also, it's great. I give him a little bit of a hard time with this, though. He's a wonderful actor. So while we're rehearsing scenes, I watch the scene, and he's playing all the parts, and I'm seeing him going, he's just as interesting, and I'm going, he should play Gabriel Conroy. I'm going to watch him during my scenes to see what I should do. No, he's really, really generous and super smart about this kind of material.
Yeah, talk about who you each play.
I play Greta Conroy, and I'm married to Gabriel Conroy, who is the favorite nephew of the duo of aunts, the pair of aunts who are throwing their holiday party.
What do you love the most about her so far?
Well, I love how strong and determined and earthy she is. She is from the west of Ireland, a city called Galway. She's not from Dublin. She's not a city person, but she has managed to navigate that kind of life for the last at least 20 years. So I like how she is, true to herself.
I love that.
Yeah.
And for you, talk about who you play and what you love about
I
him.
play Gabriel Conroy, who sort of is the stand-in for Joyce, really, in the piece. And they're married, and she's from the West, but he's, so that's sort of country, and Gabriel, like Joyce, is looking towards Europe for new influences, and he wants to get away from the nationalism that's sort of represented in the play by Miss Ivers. And so he's a writer, and he reviews books, and like Joyce. And through the course of the play, this thing that he keeps pushing for, which is a sort of a move towards the east, he ends up going on this journey, finding out a secret from his wife at the very end of the play, which sort of turns things upside down. And he realizes that maybe I need to create a new path, open my mind up to something new. The audience and Gabriel are sort of surprised by the end of the play, and it's kind of a nice, thrilling ride to be on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think this is such a beloved piece? James Joyce's The Dead. I mean, you talk to people, like you said, you read it, you knew it. So many people know this piece or want to find out about this piece. What is it about this piece and James Joyce in general? What do you think it is? Why he's so beloved?
I think it's how rich the text is. I think
Yeah.
it is how many layers of reference and storytelling are going on. There's no simple line. Everything has subtext. Everything has a relationship underneath it. It makes for a very sort of profound experience.
Yeah. Chris?
Yeah, well, I mean, people talk about this as maybe the greatest short story ever written, and I think, there's this humanity to it. There's relationships that are nuanced and beautiful, and people struggling with real issues, personal issues, and it has this sort of surprise to it at the end. So I think you think you know the story that's being told to you, and then at the end it's sort of turned upside down. So I think, I think that's all part of what makes it thrilling.
What can audiences expect, who haven't bought tickets yet to this? What can they expect coming to see this?
Festive party atmosphere with some live music. We
Yeah.
have a fabulous violinist, Heather Bixler. We have people who play the piano. Karen Killeen, who plays Mary Jane, plays the piano. Mary Beth Peel sings an aria for us.
Yeah, Karen sings.
Karen sings as well.
And Kate Baldwin sings.
They threw in a
Something
song for me,
they were
which
like,
is
if
really
you're going to
nice.
have Kate Baldwin in your cast,
Wow.
you stick
You
a song
obligate
in
her to
there.
sing,
yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
And the atmosphere could not be better. You see a little bit of it just by being here, but when the lights are focused on the action that's happening, and it's just a warm glow, and actually the food is quite delicious.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah, we looked at each other last night, like, oh my God, this is
And you
really
walk in the door and they hand you a glass of whiskey or port or wine.
It's pretty great.
So you have a light breakfast, a light lunch, and you have dinner here, right?
That's right.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Only
Yeah.
50 turkey dinners to go. Is that right?
Something like that, yeah.